play football. You don't rap. You don't sell drugs. This generation is seeing something so new, like, whoa! Who's Israel Johnson? Who's this guy? You mean tell me I can own my own restaurant and I can make it look like this and I can, yeah! You know, it all starts off with a vision. As we begin to build the second store, it all comes down to vision and planning and executing that vision. Here we are live and watching the growth of this corporation in this second store. What we want to do is introduce you to the process. Welcome to Baby's Incorporated. This is our second store opening in the next 30 days. We're going to be showing you the transformation of how we're going to take this space and totally revitalize it. We're going to give the city of West Palm Beach something to be proud of as we continue to build the infrastructure and the template stores for the franchising companies. I'm bringing you along for the journey. My name is Israel Johnson, President and CEO of Baby's Incorporated. Let's go. We're coming through here and we're going to have a whole new kitchen set up in here. We're going to be able to serve up to 500 meals a day, where we strategically placed this one in a location where it can serve the business community as well as residential communities. As I try to educate and share knowledge of how to build your infrastructure of your business, always be thinking about your client base. Think about you serving the needs of the community in which you're in. Don't think about just revenue. Think about serving the community and the needs of the community. So always have your visual plan. As you can see, it looks nothing like what it's going to look like, but you're going to see the transformation as it begins to change right before your eyes. Let it be a principle I share with you in life, and that is, don't look at what your eyes visually see. You're going to have faith. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. That means your faith has to be able to demonstrate what it's going to be and not what it is. My name is Israel Johnson. Stay tuned. Bruce Lee used to talk about one of the keys to being successful is you got to be like water.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash.
We just had a water line break where hundreds of gallons of water just spilled everywhere. Things are going to happen as you're in the process of achieving your dream and moving forward. Be prepared for it. Smile through it. It's all good. If God has promised it to you, it's going to happen. But don't get disappointed because things don't go exactly according to plan. The key to it all is mindset. The key to it all is what you choose to believe. The surrounding people around you are going to affect your ability to make the right decisions. So you have to make a determination within yourself that you're going to remove all negative energy from around you, and you're going to make sure that you're around people who are positive or people who challenge you just to be even more positive. Remember this, negative people are always there just to see what you made of. Not to be mad at them, but they're negative because they have their own personal issue. Don't you let it become a part of your issue. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the key. My attitude is good. Because my attitude is right, I have the right outlook, everything's going to work out. Okay? Have faith in God. Have faith in God. When you stop believing yourself, have faith in God. He'll take you through anything. And that's the message I want you to know as you see and build this corporation. When you truly understand the power of wealth, you'll begin to understand that time is more valuable than money. So instead of you trying to figure out stuff, you find people who already figured it out and you use their knowledge to get where you're going. If it was solely up to me, I would have been open 30 days ago. And that's when the perseverance comes in. There's two factors that's going on. One is you say, okay, am I going to rush to get this open for the sake of meeting the deadline? Or am I going to take my time to make sure that it's done right according to the vision that's inside me? That's very important. You want to make sure you have enough resources to complete your vision. But these are all things that should be thought through even before you start it. You want to make sure you have enough capital, enough resources. So the perseverance part is, the second thing is, I personally believe that when you're dealing with a corporation, if you are a faith believer, sometimes you have to let go. And you have to realize, okay, I had planned to have this done by such and such date. Then something comes up, the water line breaks, this person in the car broke down. You learn to say, okay, I just need to let go. Just let go. Not let go of your vision. You need to just let go of the need to have it right now. It'll happen. But the truth of the matter is, that's where some people do give up. Because it's not happening fast enough, it's not happening the way I want it to happen. But part of being a businessman or a businesswoman, you got to persevere. You got to persevere. You got to celebrate the small moments of success. We got the ice machine hooked up today. We got the fire inspection done. You celebrate that. You start worrying about, because the complete picture is coming, and it's coming. It's just not happening on Israel Johnson's time. So as much as I want to think highly of who I am, there's at least 50 different people involved in this project. So and that was our first cubes of ice being made there. How about that? So we got the ice being made there, and what we're after though is a spirit of excellence, and that taps into a bigger picture. The spirit of excellence is that we realize, especially as a startup concept, that the goal is to franchise and expand. You want to make a signature point to make the store or the brand as excellent as possible. You want people to come in and say, wow, I see the details. I see where they invested capital into presenting a professional concept. So when you have those type of things that you're thinking about, sometimes you just gotta wait. Sometimes you just gotta wait and play it through. So, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just all glory be unto the Lord Jesus. And that's really the truth. The truth of the matter is, I can't do anything. I don't have the tolerance level to do things like this without God. The culture and the consistency of the brand have to be the same. If you have people who are coming in saying, well, I'm just going to do it the way I've always done it, then they're not allowing the culture that's needed for the brand to grow and for the brand to be duplicated. Keep in mind, if you can't duplicate it, then all you have is a mom and pop restaurant. You don't have a concept. Because a mom and pop restaurant is just a code word for, we just kind of do it our way. We just kind of do our little thing. We're not concerned about what the market is wanting or what the trend is. Where a concept says, I want to appeal to a certain market, a certain demographics, and I want to be consistent in the product and service that I deliver. That's what Bebe's is. Bebe's is a concept that is appealing to the market in which we target, so that our product is consistent and our service is consistent. Very important if you're going to brand any type of business, if you're going to duplicate any type of business. It's just extremely important that that happens. This is something else I would tell a young entrepreneur. Your product has to be good and your service has to be excellent. Don't get it too twisted. Product needs to be good, but your service needs to be excellent. Listen, let me tell you something. This is what I can tell you as a person who's running a successful company. People will come for great food or good food, but they'll come back if the service was great. Because you know what? It's about how you make people feel. That's the principle in life. How do you make people feel? What type of feeling do they have once they leave your business? No matter what you're selling, no matter what the service you're selling, it's about how you make people feel. Because Kentucky Fried Chicken sells chicken. They may not sell Bebe's chicken, but they sell chicken. And it comes down to service. That's one thing I tell. The second thing is, pay attention to infrastructure. What's infrastructure? Plumbing, license, state regulations, sanitation, safety, rules, policies, procedures. You gotta pay attention to stuff like this, because that's what's going to separate you, especially as a minority business person. If you want to be separated from what is considered the norm of what a lot of our businesses show forth, then you're going to want to have your infrastructure to be strong, so that your company is professional, so that it is corporately recognized and it's respected in your community. Don't focus on, I can tell you right now, don't focus on making money. And if I was talking to you, don't ever focus on making money. You're gonna lose, because you can see it in a lot of brands that have started up where, yeah, they went national now, they went international. But if you go back to when they first started, they were about quality, they were about service and safety and sanitation. But now it became about the almighty dollar. And I just refuse that. As long as I'm president and CEO of the company, I refuse to let that happen. I want to focus on quality. I want to focus on service. I want to focus on being the guidelines of the state and the country. I want to focus on being above board on sanitation. I want to focus on infrastructure, what I call infrastructure. And I'm going to let that dictate the company's success.
I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.